Folks, in my 20 years in the league, I've never seen anything like what's happening right now. Something so seismic, so unprecedented, that if it's true, and I can guarantee it is, you're about to witness a game-changing move that could redefine the entire NFC South and maybe even the NFL itself. Right this second, as you're listening, a clandestine deal is already being forged behind closed doors, with whispers of an audacious trade that could shatter convention. But what's even more insane? The ultimate secret that's still hidden beneath layers of secrecy, something so massive that it makes all previous blockbuster deals look like mere pocket change. Trust me, what I'm about to tell you isn't just a rumor. It's a revelation, a whisper from the deepest insider corridors of NFL power. And the implications, they're off the charts. We're talking about a trade that could reshape the future of one of the league's most intriguing teams, Atlanta Falcons, and change the entire landscape of the NFC. Now listen carefully. If you're truly invested in understanding the NFL's shifting universe, this is the moment you need to stay glued. Because I'm going to take you into the heart of this covert operation. What's happening behind the scenes, who's involved, what strategic moves are being made. And yes, that includes a name you know well, a player whose trajectory is about to get flipped upside down in the most dramatic way possible. But before I spill all the secrets, you have to do your part. Hit that subscribe button now, smash that like, and activate the notifications so you can be the first to get the shocking details as they unfold. Because if you're just a casual fan, you're missing out on the real insider scoop. But if you're a true NFL aficionado, someone who digs beneath the surface, then buckle up. What's coming will blow your mind. Let's rewind and set the stage. The Atlanta Falcons, after a brutal 2025 season, yet again missing the playoffs, are in a state of chaos and reconstruction. The firing of Raheem Morris and the firing of Terry Fontenot on the very same night signaled a complete front office overhaul. Now, with Kevin Stefanski brought in as head coach, an offensive-minded genius fresh from the Browns, everyone is asking, how will Atlanta rebuild? How will they find their identity? The defensive core, led by A.J. Terrell and James Pierce Jr., remains promising, but it's the offense, especially the quarterback situation and the tight end position, that's the real puzzle. And folks, if you know the league, you understand that in a league driven by star power and explosive playmakers, the tight end is often the X factor. That brings us directly to the player at the heart of this whirlwind, Juwan Johnson. Right now, Johnson is a rising star, a player with an exceptional receiving skill set, but with a glaring weakness in run blocking, something that has kept him from being truly elite. Yet, his 2025 season, 77 receptions, nearly 900 yards, 3 touchdowns, proves he's a weapon that can't be ignored. And get this, his rapport with Tyler Show blossomed late in the year, elevating his status from a reliable target to an offensive focal point. Now, if you think about the Falcons' current roster, they're missing that true big play threat at tight end. Pitts has flashes, but consistency isn't there. And the coaching staff, they're desperately hungry for a difference maker. The question that's burning through every NFL insider's mind right now, could Atlanta be about to make a bold move, one that involves Juwan Johnson? And the answer is yes, folks, but not just any trade. I'm talking about a blockbuster that will send shockwaves through the league. And here's the kicker. Sources tell me this deal isn't just a one-off quick fix. It's part of a broader master plan, something that's been meticulously orchestrated in the shadows, with a purpose so huge, so audacious, that it's almost impossible to believe it's real. But believe me, it is. And what I'm about to reveal will make everything you thought you knew about NFL trades look insignificant. Now, let's peel back the layers of this mystery and analyze how the Falcons could pull it off. First, the team needs a difference-making tight end, someone who can eat up the middle, create mismatches, and stretch defenses vertically. Johnson, with his blend of size, hands, and agility, fits that mold perfectly. But the mechanics, the mechanics are what's truly fascinating here. The Falcons' cap space. They are sitting on a manageable budget after some bold cuts early in the offseason, plus a promising crop of draft picks and young talent. Meanwhile, the Saints, desperate to maintain their offensive potency, see Johnson as not just a player, but a symbol of their evolving identity, an undrafted gem-turned-star whose market value has skyrocketed. The trade. It would likely involve a combination of draft picks, perhaps a mid-round selection and a future pick, and a player or two to balance the salary cap gymnastics. The Saints, with their tight end surplus, are intrigued by the possibility of landing a future building block, someone like a second or third round pick plus a young offensive lineman or a secondary player. Meanwhile, the Falcons, in their rebuilding phase, see Johnson as a cornerstone piece, someone who can elevate their offense overnight and align with Stefanski's aggressive, yardage-heavy scheme. And the cap, let me tell you, this isn't just a straightforward swap. The Falcons are calculated, using their new front office acumen to work around the cap, ensuring they can absorb Johnson's contract while also preparing for future moves. The Saints, under new management, are also playing a long game. They're listening to offers, weighing the cost of losing Johnson against the potential gains in draft capital and future flexibility. It's a chess match, one that could go either way. But why would Atlanta make this move? Let's consider the scheme fit. Stefanski's offense emphasizes quick releases, tight formations, and exploiting mismatches. Sound familiar? Johnson, with his route running, contested catch ability, and athletic profile, would fit seamlessly into that mold. His explosiveness after the catch, averaging over 10 yards per reception, makes him a primary weapon in the short to intermediate passing game, perfect for Stefanski's system. Plus, he's just 29, still in his prime, ready to become the focal point of a team hungry for offensive innovation. Projection-wise, the upside for Atlanta is staggering. Think about a scenario where Johnson becomes their version of a George Kittle, an all-around threat who can dominate mismatches, open up the run game, and serve as a reliable target in critical third-down situations. Worst case. If the chemistry doesn't develop as planned, they still have draft capital and flexibility to pivot. But taken as a whole, the move is a no-brainer, especially considering the Falcons' current need for a game-changing playmaker at tight end. Now, for the Saints, losing Johnson would sting, no doubt. But they're also in a rebuild, looking to acquire draft capital and young talent to fuel their long-term vision. Johnson's market value, it's at an all-time high. His stock soared after that breakout 2025 season. The Saints could target a draft pick and perhaps a younger player with upside, maybe a cornerback or an offensive lineman, something that aligns with their bigger picture. And let's not forget, Johnson's connection with quarterback Tyler Show could lead to a quick adjustment in Atlanta, an important factor in evaluating the success of this hypothetical trade. What about the NFL's reaction? This is where things get even more explosive. Such a trade would send shockwaves through the league, analyzing the ripple effects, the strategic implications. Other NFC teams would immediately take notice, especially those competing in the South, Carolina, Tampa Bay, even the division-leading teams. Atlanta would vault to the top of the division's offensive power rankings overnight, with a dynamic tight end who can win contested catches, create yards after catch, and elevate the entire offense. And the media? Oh, they'd be eating it up. The headlines. Falcons make bold move for star tight end. Johnson heads to Atlanta in blockbuster deal. NFC South's new power player revealed. Social media would explode. Fans from both sides, Saints and Falcons, would debate the worthiness of the trade, the future outlook, and the legacy it leaves behind. It's the kind of move that's not just about immediate value. It's about signaling a franchise's commitment to winning now and for years to come. And what about the long term? If the trade goes through, it positions Atlanta as a serious contender in the NFC. The league's top NFL insiders are buzzing. Teams like the Rams, Eagles, and even the Packers are watching closely, realizing that the Falcons are serious about making a jump. The NFC landscape, it's about to get a whole lot more competitive, and Atlanta, under Stefanski's leadership, would be front and center. To sum it up, we are on the verge of witnessing a potential seismic shift, one that involves a player whose evolution has been nothing short of remarkable. Juwan Johnson, the undrafted gem, is about to become the piece that defines Atlanta's future, precisely because the stars are aligning for a blockbuster trade that's been years in the making. The question now is if this will happen. It's when. And if I were a betting man, I'd say we're on the cusp of something historic. Stay tuned, because this story is far from over. The NFL's next chapter is being written in real time, and trust me, you won't want to miss a second of what's coming. Now remember, the league's best moves happen when least expected. Keep your eyes open. The dominoes are about to fall, and that secret, it's just about to be revealed. But you didn't hear it from me first. You heard it from the inside, an insider who's seen it all and knows exactly what's coming next. The time to watch is now, because when it hits, it will change the game forever.